Welcome to another edition of SKS Empire in collaboration with Kiatpetch Promotions here at Omnoi Stadium in Samutsakon, Thailand, about an hour from Bangkok. If you're joining us from Thailand, for all those who are joining us at home, you can check us out on the SKS Empire YouTube stream, Facebook or Instagram. I'm lucky enough to be calling the fights today. Joe Comerford sitting beside...
Oh, well, good afternoon. Thank you for waking me up there, Joe. My name is Jimmy Burr. Thank you very much for having me here today.
We have 4 bouts on the card today for you. So, 5-round Muay Thai action. Everything you've been waiting for. So, bout 1 at 108 pounds is Siam Dechapan taking on Super Diao Sitbol Sakan. 110 pounds. Bout 3, Yokkeri Tien Muay Thai taking on Han Pet Kiatpetch at 118 pounds. That's our main event for today. And our last bout of the afternoon is Rodbot Nayok Tasala versus Super Dio Sit Bolsakon. Sorry, Hadiso Jitson Nongchat taking on Praipayak Club.
So which fight are you looking forward to most today, Joe?
Well, our first one on the bout on the card this afternoon is a stand-in fight. Siam Dechapan took the fight on short notice, at only a week's notice. He's been training for 3 weeks, but took it on very, very short notice. So it'd be interesting to see. So Siam Dechapan in the red corner at age 19, standing at 160 centimeters with an official weight of 109.4 pounds with a fight record of 45 fights.
And in the blue corner, we have at age 24, standing at 162 centimeters, weighing in at 108 pounds, 0.8, and 50 fights on his record. That is Super Diao. Now, as you can see, these people are very, very similar in weight and height. However, that slight 2 centimeters does make a huge difference in boxing, so I'm very curious to see how he's going to do at this. Both fighters very young, but with a very similar fight record.
And of course, Siam, like many of the Dechapan fighters hailing from the south of Thailand in Trang province, despite receiving short notice of this fight just 1 week ago, he has been training diligently to take it against Super Diao. So I'm looking forward to this one. And of course, Super Diao, 25 years of age, a bit older than the younger Siam. Despite facing Siam for the first time, Super Diao is confident, drawing from his recent victory over Petnam Nung in Sakon Nakhon. With over 50 fights under his belt and a month of dedicated training leading up to today's match, Super Diao is definitely confident to take the win home. So I'm looking very forward to this one because this is a match of styles. Siam being a very, very technical officer in the ring there, and Super Diao Sitbol Sakon being more of a puncher. So I'm very excited for this one, Jimmy.
Absolutely. Likewise, always the first fight for us is the most exciting one. It sets the stage, it sets the pace for the afternoon. Wherever you are in the world, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, me and myself and Joe and I are here in Thailand. We're about to get into the first fight of the afternoon, and we are scheduled for 4 on the mic. If you are in the area, you can still get yourself down here and come see these fights live. Just put your earphones in. You can listen to my voice and Joe's voice.
That's right. The smooth sounds of Joe Comerford right here at Omnoi Stadium, SKS Empire, Kiatpetch Muay Thai, every Saturday afternoon, 2:30 Thai time. So make sure to check us out on the Instagram, SKS Empire Instagram, or the SKS Empire YouTube and Facebook to watch live fights right here at the heart of Omnoi Stadium.
Okay,
so
that is round one underway. In the red corner, we have Nung Siam, and in the blue corner is Super Jiao. And, of course, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. A very nice start from both fighters. Very active in the first 30 seconds of this round.
So here we are with a classic Orthodox versus Southpaw matchup here. Nung Siam with a very, very strong left kick. I've actually held pads for Nung Siam, Jimmy, and I'll tell you what, the young fella, he can pound those kicks in.
We're going to see very soon if those pads have been helping him at all. A very nice teep started off by Super Jiao, but a nice elbow followed up by a teep landed by Nung Siam. A very active first round for both of these fighters. Both holding the center of the ring right now, and nice right hand upstairs followed by a left to the body by Nung Siam.
And just as you were saying that, Jimmy, you know, it is a very active first round because normally in these 5-round stadium-style fights, they tend to be a bit slower. They tend to test each other out, but it looks like Nung Siam just wants to get the job done today.
Yeah, something I do like to see is when they get started very early on. Like, usually in the first round, we do see them taking some time off, finding their range, finding their rhythm, downloading information, but beautiful teep, as we said that by Nung Siam. Clearly that pad work has been paying off, Joe.
That's right. He's definitely looking to make a statement here early. Nice catch of the teep there from Super Jiao, answering the favour back.
And a nice teep to the thigh by Nung Siam, and a head kick upstairs by Nung Siam, taking no time off. Clearly these two fighters want to put themselves away in the first round as they get into the clinch now. And Super Jiao doing a very good job to knee the legs of Nung Siam, maybe take some of the power away from those thighs.
You know, even on the record, they don't look that much difference in, you know, by numbers in comparison of height. But here in the ring, you can definitely see the difference in height. And if I were in Super Jiao's corner, I'd be telling him to take out that front leg of Nung Siam.
And I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. As soon as he got him to the ropes, he just started kneeing and stabbing at that thigh. But as we see a southpaw against an orthodox, it's a battle of the lead leg footwork. Who can get on the outside and deliver that big, powerful kick or punches? Both fighters now in the clinch. The referee has seen enough and is breaking up that clinch. A very nice first round for both of these warriors.
One of those things, Jimmy, that people might not notice is as soon as a fighter will apply that body lock, generally that's the stalemate in the clinch. That's where the referee will tend to break it up because there's not much more action going to continue there from that body lock. So that is the end of the first round. So, ladies and gentlemen, stick around for round 2, 3, 4, and 5 of our first bout of the afternoon.
A very beautiful round by both of these fighters. And just to finish off the action, we saw 2 teeps to the thighs. Let's see some of these action replays. Joe, talk to us about what you can see now. You see that stalemate you mentioned. However, as soon as that stalemate is initiated, some very seasoned fighters will still keep firing on the blind side of the referee, usually.
SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the bell. We're about to get into the second round, scheduled for 5, and that is it. Round number 2 underway, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds, and a very fast start by both of these fighters already. And a nice high kick landed early on. Again, a very fast start for these fighters. Usually the first 2 rounds have almost taken some time off, but as you are witnessing right now, in the red corner we have Nung Siam, and he takes on the blue corner Super Jiao.
You know, interesting enough about Nung Siam, he's trying to put the pressure on the lead leg there, and interesting for a southpaw because normally they're sitting on the back trying to draw the opponent into the left kick. But it's pretty decent strategy against Super Jiao, who's pretty adept with the punches and the low kicks.
Yeah, and I assume that's going to happen as well with an orthodox against the southpaw, is they're trying to battle for the middle of the ring and also the middle when they're setting up kicks and big shots. As you can see, the lead leg is always trying to be on the outside before that throw that powerful shot. And as we mentioned, that Super Jiao lands a nice body kick, but it is returned by Nung Siam's head kick, and an elbow onto the temple lands clean for Nung Siam.
Fighting for position here. Bit of nullification from the red corner, just shifting his weight into the hips of Super Jiao there. Steps in for the elbow, entry to the clinch again.
Both fighters just absolutely crash into each other like 2 rams just going at one another. They almost locked horns as they both get involved in the clinch. And as you said before, Joe, they're not trying to get behind the neck just yet. They're landing some damaging knees before they did.
However, you can see Super Jiao applying that vice grip and digs the head under the chin. It's a very good lock for a shorter opponent to do that because you've got the ability to grab the space in there and push your head under the chin, create frustration in your opponent.
And a beautiful left hand landed by Super Jiao as he throws a right elbow up the middle and upwards elbow. Very nicely done. And the referee again breaks him up. This has been a very good battle of the head kicks and elbows. And a nice left hand down the middle by Nung Siam to knock the head back. And again, Super Jiao throws that upwards elbow, and he throws it beautifully.
Less than a minute to go in this second round of our first bout of the afternoon. Nung Siam taking on Super Jiao. Big teep there from Nung Siam.
You see him there setting up that big left kick upstairs. Nung Siam throwing that jab, flicking it out, and then Super Jiao is just constantly focused and marching forward as well. It's been a very nice round by both of these fighters as he throws knees in the clinch, and the referee's allowing him to keep going. Those knees are landing clean as the referee breaks him and brings him center ring, and that is the end of round number 2. A beautiful round by both of these fighters. Nung Siam in the red corner takes on Super Jiao in the blue corner. We're going to get some action replays very soon.
SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy.
Okay, that is the bell. We're about to get into the third round, and it has been an exciting 2 rounds so far. Joe, who have you got winning on this one?
Well, it's a bit hard to tell at the moment. Only 2 rounds down, but I'm going to probably put it in Super Jiao's corner for this at the moment. Just the tenacity and relentless pressure of the clinch. If I were in Nung Siam's corner, I'd be telling him to draw, and sit back on that back foot and fire off the left kick.
Very nicely announced. And Nung Siam starts off very early, and he's been very successful with throwing that jab and flicking that left head kick upstairs. But Super Jiao's bodywork has been phenomenal in this fight so far. He's landed that right cross to the sternum several times over, and it'll take the energy away. I like Super Jiao's tactic of taking away the gas tank and taking away the weaponry of Nung Siam, which seems to be that right kick.
Beautiful skip into right punch there from Super Diao, returning the favor from Nung Siam, upping the tempo here in round 3. That's what we like to see.
And the left elbow cuts Super Jiao. It looked like it was a slight well early on in the first 2 rounds.
And there he takes the back of Nung Siam, not scoring, but a very dominant show of positioning there in that last clinch exchange. Elbow for elbow at this point. Bit of blood on the cheek of Nung Siam, but Super Jiao firing back.
And blood is pouring from under the eye of Super Jiao. It's been an elbow war so far. A battle of the clinch as Super Jiao fires a knee into the ribcage. What an exciting round we have in round number 3, halfway through this fight.
And all he sees is red, folks. That's all he's seeing. Super Jiao is on the hunt. Good positioning there by Nung Siam in that last clinch exchange, putting the palm over.
Super Jiao is pushing forward, constantly taking the energy away of Nung Siam, firing to the body, getting into the clinch.
Trying to push that palm over. Looking at the referee to break it apart. If you're watching at home, let us know what you think in the comments, folks.
Beautiful work by Super Jiao, and a sweep attempted by Nung Siam and does not get it through.
Beautiful pushover of the palm from Nung Siam, with Super Jiao trying to find the positioning with that vice grip, but just having a little bit of trouble finding the pace for it.
Twisting and turning, both fighters landing knee after knee, but Super Jiao again on the front foot, charging towards Nung Siam, and Nung Siam beautifully reads that by attempting a sweep. But Nung Jiao is just relentless with those rights to the body, rights upstairs. But the blood is definitely going to affect him in these later rounds.
I gotta say, Jimmy, I'm impressed by Nung Siam's clinch defense here, doing a good job of nullifying a lot of these attacks. And that is the end of round 3, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll...
SKS Empire.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. What an exciting fight so far, where we have Nung Siam taking on Super Jiao. You can see the Vaseline has been applied to Super Jiao's cheekbone to hopefully prevent any more bleeding and any more damage. We are going into the 4th round, ladies and gentlemen. Please let us know at home what you think of this fight so far. We are on Facebook and YouTube, but of course you can come watch us live at Omnoi Stadium in Samut Sakhon. We are about to get started. That is the bell for round number 4. Okay, in the red corner, Nung Siam takes on Super Jiao in the blue corner. Both fighters are starting fast.
Kick for kick at this point, with a little right tip answering the favor back from Nung Siam, locking up into the clinch and side control here. You can see Super Jiao trying to fight for position and get that vice grip. And of course, our next fight, upcoming 110 pounds, is Robocop taking on Kiatpetch, so make sure to stay for that. Big stabbing knee there from Super Jiao, with Nung Siam applying that pressure across the face, disrupting Super Jiao's breathing.
Yeah, Super Jiao is just trying to take that gas tank away, but is Nung Siam going to calm down? I don't think so. He's relentless. We're in the 4th round, scheduled for 5 as both fighters are in the clinch once again.
He's done a very good job of mitigating any of that forward clinch pressure from Super Diao in the earlier rounds, but now he's returning the favor on the hunt from Nung Siam. Straight in, knee for knee, locks up. Great strategy to run down the clock there. Veteran move there by the young Nung Siam. Big teep there from Super Diao.
And another attempt by Nung Siam as well. Super Diao has been relentless with those teeps and those rights upstairs and downstairs. But Nung Siam is not deterred as he gets involved in another clinch and takes side control to attempt a knee. Very nicely done by both of these fighters. And an evasion by Super Diao.
Entering the matrix there like Neo, the chosen one. Super Diao back into the clinch. Nung Siam trying to take the position, but Super Diao takes the back, showing the judges who he thinks is boss.
And we are just less than a minute to go. Very nicely done by Super Diao's corner to stop the bleeding of that cut. And a nice switch kick landed by Super Diao, but Nung Siam says, have one of your own. It's been a ping-pong battle of kicks so far.
That's right, it's a pinball wizard here. Just like the Who. Taking side control again. Shifting that knee. A good job by Super Diao to nullify that clinch exchange there.
The crowd are going wild as Super Diao fires a side kick and he attempts a sweep and he gets it and he lands on top of Nung Siam. I didn't think he was going to get that one, Joe.
Here we are back in center ring. Nung Siam back on the hunt. Steps in, step up knee. Not really lifting them high enough for my liking though, Jimmy.
I think he's just trying to do enough to impress the judges as Super Diao catches a kick, and that is the end of round 4. Who would have thought we'd go into round 5 with the way this fight started in round number 1? Don't go anywhere, folks, because we're going into the final round of this fight. We are scheduled for 4 fights this afternoon here in Samut Sakhon. And we are now...
Siam Omnoi ครับนี่คือศึกมวยไทยเกียรติเพชร SKS โดยผลงานของ
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some action replays. And as you saw here, that was the constant clinch work by both of these fighters. A beautiful left hand upstairs landed by Super Diao as he engages with the clinch. And this is where he caught the kick, went for the sweep, and then eventually landed the takedown. A very nice fight so far. That is the bell, and we are about to get into the 5th and final round. What do you think is going to happen in this one? Please let us know in the comments below. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, Joe, we are going into this 5th and final round. That is the bell in the blue corner. We have Super Diao takes on Nung Siam in the red corner as both fighters already in the clinch and now in the center of the ring.
And it looks like Super Diao thinks he might have it because he's sitting on that back foot very comfortably, locking that back. I think that will be playing on the judges' minds. Some of that dominant positioning in the clinch in the earlier rounds, taking the back. Doesn't necessarily score, but it's kind of a secondary criteria that does play on the judges' minds there.
Absolutely. I mean, this is theater at the end of the day as well. You're trying to impress the ref, the judges, and, of course, the audience. As we see a beautiful step-up knee landed by Super Diao. As Super Diao keeps evading the damage of Nung Siam. He looks very much in control on that back foot, dancing away, landing the counters. Very nicely done by Super Diao.
You can see Super Diao acknowledging it and egging it, Nung Siam to come forward, just mitigating any forward pressure by Teeps, using that jab nicely. measuring that distance. Good evasion there. A bit of sort of Mayweather head work.
Absolutely, especially with the orthodox stance. He's almost making Nung Siam miss a lot more. Usually when you have an orthodox against a southpaw, it's more difficult for the orthodox fighter. However, Super Jiao has just been relentless with those side kicks, those knees, those elbows. And he eats a big left hand from Nung Siam, so Nung Siam is definitely not giving up. But you can see the confidence of Super Jiao.
He's definitely been watching a lot of Tawanchai with that side teep that he's been emitting out there. There he is, skips in, just patters him a little bit. Applies that body lock to run down the clock. A veteran move by the young Super Jiao.
Super Jiao just peppered him with little shots as well, almost just teasing his opponent, now just dancing away. In and out.
Nung Siam's got to do something here. He's got to pull something out of the bag.
He's got to go for a Hail Mary or something. He's got to try and get a knockdown or something just to try and get something in his favor. But I think Super Jiao, his confidence is just oozing out of him.
Here we are. Nung Siam still on the forward hunt. Super Jiao throwing out those Tawanchai teeps and throwing him to the
takedown. Wow, what a way to set the stage, Joe. Just throws him to the ground, ragdolls him out there.
Good evasion there, sidestep control from Super Jiao. Footwork of a veteran. And that is the end of the fifth and final round, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go over to the referee to get the official referee's decision in just a moment.
What do you think? Who do you think's won? Let us know in the comments. Who do you think took that? Super Jiao, Nung Siam. We're going to see in just a moment.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Super Jiao, in the blue corner with that dominant clinch performance, and then in round 4 and 5 mitigating the forward pressure by the young Nung Siam. Side teeps for days. That's what we're all about, folks. So here are some of the action replays from that fight. Beautiful catch to teep there. Step up knee, push off, locks the body, runs down the clock. Great ring control by the young Super Jiao. Only 24 years of age, Jimmy.
He's a young man, but he is absolutely a veteran in that ring already. Over 45 fights for both of these fighters. I did not expect it to go where it did, especially when we saw that cut open very early on. In that first round, Nung Siam was very dominant, but Super Jiao just slowly but surely started to take over with those beautiful body kicks, those knees, those right crosses to the body, and just took away the gas tank. And of course, those knees early on to the thighs was just taking away the kicking power of Nung Siam. And I think he just nullified the action the best way he absolutely could. Anyways, we are now going into the second fight, scheduled for 4 fights. We are going for another 5 3-minute round.
SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy.
Welcome back to SKS Empire in collaboration with Kiatpetch Promotions for our Saturday afternoon of 4 bouts at Omnoi Stadium. Here we are for the second bout of the afternoon. Robocop or Udon taking on Kiatpetch Promotion.
เดี๋ยวเราไปดูประวัติ
So Robocop at age 19 standing at 165 centimeters with an official weight of 109.8 pounds with a fight record of 60 fights.
And in the blue corner at the age of 30, we're about to get underway, but we have got Kiatpetch. He is standing at 160 centimeters tall. He has over 65 bouts. So we've definitely got a young man taking on, well, not an old man, but definitely an older compared to Robocop. And Robocop, he wasn't even born when the original movie came out.
That's right. So there's a bit of about 10 years difference between both these gentlemen today. And interestingly enough, it's going to be a pretty similar match of style. So this fight will test strategy and skill. So I'm looking forward to this one because Robocop has been training for 2 months for this, very, very well anticipated bout. This is a favourite amongst the crowds here today. So I'm looking forward to this one, Jimmy. So here we are about to start round number 1 of our second bout of the afternoon. Robocop or Udon taking on Kiatpetch Promotion.
Okay, round number 1. That is the bell and the timer. Will it be as quick as the first fight in the first round? We will see. Robocop starts with a nice tip to the thigh of Kiatpetch. Kiatpetch looks very calm. He looks a lot shorter in comparison to Robocop. I'm curious to see how Robocop uses his range to his advantage. But a very nice start by both fighters. We have got another classic southpaw against an orthodox.
So generally speaking, with such a height difference, generally the shorter fighters will be looking to get in close and damage that front leg. So if my crystal ball is clear on this one, perhaps Kiatpetch will be looking to take out that front leg, and just as I speak, he does.
Your crystal ball is showing well right now. Robocop, will he be wise to this? Both fighters will be wanting to get on the outside lead leg of their opponent to land the power shot. So when it's southpaw against orthodox, it's a battle of the footwork to land your power shot. And as you see there, Robocop is already stepping to his right, and that's exactly what he needs to do to send that left kick. And there it is, just swing and a miss by the Robocop.
Good evasion there, because I think Kiatpetch felt the first one straight up on the arms. He's trying to take out that punching power of the shorter puncher in Kiatpetch.
And a beautiful left kick landed by Robocop. Mean intentions, and it lands to the top of the ribcage of Kiatpetch. And Kiatpetch now trying to close the distance, like we said, and take that lead leg out.
Moves around to the left, goes for the lead leg and the back leg. Beautiful strategy there by Kiatpetch.
A beautiful move to step into the left and then throw that right to the front leg. Very nice move by Kiatpetch as he eats a right kick by Robocop. And a teep to the thigh as well.
And just as I said, Jimmy, this fight will be about skill and strategy, and we're already seeing that here in the first round. Puncher versus long kicker.
And orthodox against the southpaw, always the best ones. It's an absolute chess match.
Straight for the outside there from Robocop. Trying to catch the teep there from Kiatpetch. There it is, that explosive left kick straight into the clinch, and Kiatpetch takes Robocop to the ground. And that is the end of the first round of our second bout of the afternoon. Robocop or Udon taking on Kiatpetch Promotion.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you for joining us for the second round, where we have the 19-year-old RoboCop in the red corner about to take on his opponent in the blue corner. He is only 30 years young, but of course, just that little bit older, Mr. Kiatpetch. Second round.
Firing off the punches already there from Kiatpetch, trying to mix it up to the body, take out the gas tank from RoboCop. RoboCop firing his own artillery there with that left kick on the outside leg kick again.
And he's very tricky, Kiatpetch, when he throws that lead kick to the front leg of RoboCop. He disguises it. He almost uses his jab as a smoke screen to disguise that front kick. Beautiful move, but RoboCop has had enough and throws one back of his own.
Could see there Kiatpetch just measuring the distance to offload a power shot. Just popping that jab out, looking to take the head off of RoboCop, damage the internal server.
Yeah, Kiatpetch constantly flicking that jab out. And I think Kiatpetch is using it almost just as a rangefinder, but also to blind his opponent to throw that lead kick. He's doing everything he can to trick his opponent as he throws a nice right hand downstairs. And Kiatpetch just slowly edging forward and closing the distance, but RoboCop throws a downwards elbow that just misses the target. And both fighters now in the clinch.
Knee for knee at this point, locking up. A referee brings them back into center ring. Kiatpetch looking to take on the outside there, just moving around, edging ever forward. RoboCop anticipating with that beautiful teep there.
Very nicely done to use his range, and he lands a nice head kick upstairs, but he eats a right hand to the body. RoboCop definitely took some damage to his armor then, but Kiatpetch constantly closing the distance, edging forward. He throws a right kick downstairs. RoboCop has now got Kiatpetch on the back foot ever so slightly.
Here we are, back in center ring. Beautiful left kick there from RoboCop, but not quite getting through there. Kiatpetch's defense very strong there, taking to the body.
And the footwork of Kiatpetch to fire a right hand downstairs. He gets his lead leg on the outside and sends it down the middle. As we see it once again, Kiatpetch has absolutely teared up that front leg of RoboCop.
RoboCop sent him flying just a moment ago. Very good strategy, sitting on that back foot. Pretty typical of a southpaw, kick for kick. Oh, a big head kick, but goes to the canvas. Bit of a slip there, but a good dump from Kiatpetch. Kiatpetch lead hook to leg kick there. Classic Muay mat stylist. Taking out that back leg. That is the end of the second round, folks. Make sure to check us out on the SKS Empire Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel.
SKS Empire
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. Just some action replays from that last round where we saw Kiatpetch just closing the distance to land a nice kick downstairs on RoboCop.
Looking very much like Anawat Kiel Samrit at this point with those heavy hands to low kicks. Beautiful work there by Kiatpetch in that second round. I'm expecting him to go turbo mode in this third round, Jimmy.
Absolutely reminiscent of the real RoboCop. Round number 3 underway. RoboCop takes on Kiatpetch. Kiatpetch in the blue, RoboCop in the red. Both fighters a very fast start very early on.
Beautiful step-up knee. RoboCop looking to get into the clinch, but gets swept by Kiatpetch.
Kiatpetch definitely proving his worth as the veteran in the ring. Both fighters involved in the clinch, and RoboCop does a very good job to just nullify any action in that clinch as he throws a beautiful knee to the chest of Kiatpetch.
And here we are in round 3. I'm expecting this to just be 3 minutes of clinch battle here, racking up the points there from RoboCop in the red.
At least 6 knees sent up by RoboCop. Kiatpetch now closing the distance. Both fighters powwowing with the jab as he jumps up with a double, triple left kick by RoboCop.
Steps in for the knee, goes inside the clinch. Good positioning there by RoboCop, wrenching down on that neck, trying to control it and falling on top in that last clinch exchange. Very good little performance there by a RoboCop in the red.
As he eats a check hook by Kiatpetch as he dances around with a jab and a left hook. Here's Kiatpetch setting up that right kick and right hand. He lands clean, and there it is as RoboCop charges in.
Good turn, but good lock onto the body there from a RoboCop. The computing system is working.
Very nicely done as RoboCop now charges forward, and Kiatpetch throws a right elbow upstairs and a right hand downstairs follows as RoboCop charges at Kiatpetch.
Server is updating with that body lock. Knee for knee at this point. Referee brings them back.
And RoboCop relentlessly just jumping forward with knees. The crowd are going wild as Kiatpetch nearly sweeps him, but throws a right hand upstairs which lands clean on RoboCop's chin. And RoboCop is just walking towards these shots of Kiatpetch.
RoboCop's got to be careful because Kiatpetch could shut down the computer and restart it with those heavy punches.
Absolutely, those right hands were clean on the chin of RoboCop as he jumps in with another knee. And the desperation of RoboCop, but Kiatpetch is the one that ends up on the canvas. I think RoboCop has no respect for Kiatpetch and he's trying to end it now in this third round as he marches forward and jumps again with a knee. Has RoboCop seen a weakness we have not seen? As the referee is now trying to break them free, RoboCop does not want to let go, and that is the end of round number 3. Maybe some bad blood absolutely spilling over this canvas right now, Joe. I'm excited to go into the 4th round. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram.
SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy.
And here we are for some of the action replays. It looks like maybe Kiatpetch might need a bit of a system update with his strategy with RoboCop, with the fuel injectors flying through the air with those flying knees.
What advice do you think he's being given here, Joe?
Fly.
I think that's exactly what it is. I'm excited for this fourth round. It looked like Robocop was angry towards the end. I'm curious to see what adjustments he's made. Is he going to keep charging with the knee? He looks menacing. He looks mean. And we are in round number 4, ladies and gentlemen. In the red corner, Robocop takes on Yodpayak in the blue corner as Yodpayak already on the canvas.
Measuring the distance here from Yodpayak, just popping that jab out, looking for the heavy hands and the kick.
And Robocop just charges and takes Yodpayak down as he lands on top of his opponent. Robocop having to be held back by the referee. He is relentlessly trying to take out Yodpayak as he attempts a big left kick upstairs. And again, the evasion of Yodpayak, beautifully done as he catches that kick and lands a left hand upstairs.
Beautiful long knee there from Robocop, pushing Yodpayak against the ropes. Back in the center ring now to continue the action here at SKS Kiatpetch Promotions.
And you can see with the upcoming fight in bout number 3, Yokari will be taking on Han as we see Yodpayak go to the canvas again.
Beautiful little catch kick to teep there from Robocop.
Robocop sends another knee to the chest of Yodpayak as they both get involved in the clinch once again. The referee having a difficult time peeling both of these fighters away from one another. A left hook lands upstairs by Yodpayak and a right hand just misses the target. Both fighters are tick for tack right now, sending haymakers into one another, but Yodpayak sends a right hand to the chin of Robocop here. A right hand downstairs.
Robocop showing more intelligence than the latest ChatGPT update at the moment. Beautiful strategy, elbow for elbow here, knee for knee, all action here at Omnoi Stadium. Fighting for position in the clinch, backed into the corner as our referee breaks them apart, and they're not letting go. Fantastic dirty strategy there by both gentlemen. Robocop with that long left knee straight into the midsection of Yodpayak. Yodpayak looking for the kick to the punch.
And a nice right kick lands by Yodpayak, but Robocop throws an elbow of his own. How long to go on this round as Yodpayak throws another flurry upstairs. Robocop's chin has been tested in this fight.
And both fighters have thrown everything but the kitchen sink.
Can we see some blood on Yodpayak's face? We cannot see clearly where that blood is coming from, but it looks like Yodpayak might be cut in the middle of the forehead.
Bigger split than the Grand Canyon here at the moment. Looking very ferocious, raining blood. Knee for knee. Fighting for position here in the corner. Good little stall there from Yodpayak, lifting that knee on the inside of the thigh. What an amazing fourth round there, Jimmy. So we'll just be back in just a second. An amazing fourth round by both gentlemen there.
And we are in the corner of both of these fighters. Robocop in the red corner taking on Yodpayak in the blue corner. We are going into the 5th and final round. Some action replays from that round as well.
Beautiful long left knee there by Robocop. And the heavy hands from Yodpayak. I love that little right kick to punch there. Takes a lot of hip dexterity to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, Yodpayak is an absolute crafty veteran. He hides a lot of his punches and his kicks behind these smokescreen punches. He's trying to block the vision a lot of the time, try and trick his opponent, lay that trap, Very nicely done, but it's nice to see that both fighters wanted to hug. As we go into round number 5, in the blue corner we have Kiatpetch. In the red corner we have RoboCop.
RoboCop just tapping that hand down, trying to set up the long left kick. You can see him anticipating. There it is, doubling it up. Kiatpetch finding it hard to get that range in.
Absolutely a battle of the ranges so far. RoboCop now dancing on that back foot as Kiatpetch tries to close the distance, set up that big right hand that he likes to throw, as both fighters now in the clinch, but a knee guard used by Kiatpetch to nullify any more action.
Yeah, nice little push on the hip from that inside thigh from RoboCop. Sets up the kick again, eggs him on.
And you can see Kiatpetch is determined to try and put RoboCop away, but as the same way RoboCop is trying to put Kiatpetch out, it's been a battle of the haymakers in that 4th round, and a nice right hand downstairs and a right hand upstairs by Kiatpetch, as both fighters once again in the ropes in the clinch.
And you can see RoboCop's corner there telling him to continue the kicks. Just draw him in for the kicks.
RoboCop now closing the distance. Kiatpetch on the back foot this time. RoboCop hunting his opponent down, trying to get him into the corner before he sends that left kick to the body like he likes to throw. And we're seeing him dancing on the... And there it is, the left kick, as he gets tangled in the ropes.
He's got more flight points than a Visa card in this fight. RoboCop flying into action now, trying to draw Kiatpetch into his game.
And both fighters now completely out of distance, trying to dance around one another. Less than a minute to go. Both fighters just trying to take some time off now.
Can hear the crowd going wild right here at Omnoi Stadium, the heart of Muay Thai and Samut.
It looks like both fighters may think they've won this one. Who do you think's got it, Joe?
It's too early to tell, but I am impressed by the young RoboCop taking on the 10-year-old, older.
The 10-year-old, but I got what you mean. That would have been an interesting matchup. RoboCop just does not care. And a very nice fight by both of these fighters. And we are going to go to the judges' scorecard. Both fighters embrace one another. Let us know in the comments, who do you think's won that fight? Who do you think took it? Was it the relentless young man RoboCop or the veteran 30-year-old Yod? We're going to see very soon. The anticipation, the drum rolls are in your ears, and it's a draw. Wow, who expected that one? Both fighters at the end, both thought they had it, but in fact, both of them had it. A very beautiful fight, and I was entertained. I'd like to see them run it back, Joe.
I think that definitely calls for a rematch, Jimmy. What an amazing display of Muay Thai. A puncher versus a strategist. Beautiful work there by RoboCop with those long kicks and the step-up knees and the heavy punches there from the shorter, older Kiatpetch, showing his veteran moves.
Absolutely, it was those heavy hands, but RoboCop's relentlessness just constantly moving forward, but he hit so many big shots. But one thing is for sure, RoboCop has a chin of steel. And I think he was very much tested in this fight. He went 5 rounds. He took some big punches, but he never once gave up. He was flying in the air with knees and elbows, but a beautiful fight. Do you agree with the decision? Just let us know in the comments, but I'm impressed with RoboCop and excited to see him again.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for Kiatpetch and SKS Empire show here at Omnoi Stadium. Our next bout is at 118 pounds. Yokiri TN Muay Thai taking on Han Pet Kiatpetch. Yokiri TN Muay Thai, the formidable Muay Khao fighter who recently had a win over Pet Mongkol on Channel 7. Age 22, standing at 165 centimeters with an official weight of 118.4 pounds with a fight record of 80 fights. Very formidable fighter, very good recent win taking on Han Pet Kiatpetch at 28 years of age, standing at 165 centimeters. Very even with Yokiri. Official weight of 118 pounds. Had a recent loss against Kotao on Channel 7, but he's looking to redeem himself here in this first time matchup against Yokiri TN Muay Thai. You excited for this one, Jimmy?
Absolutely. I love seeing these fighters, especially when they like to initiate the knee. And of course, he's coming off a loss, and that is Han Pet Kiatpetch. He's coming off a KO loss very recently on Channel 7. Sometimes they have to redeem themselves, but of course, Yokiri is a knee fighter. I always love these matchups. I'm very excited to see what they do next. Both fighters very experienced, very young, obviously, but they've still had nearly 80 fights each. I'm very excited to see what happens here, Joe.
Yeah, it'll be a very classic Muay Khao versus Muay Buok, which is a forward pressure fighter. Very confrontational, in your face. So Han being the Muay Buok. So be very exciting. So if you're unfamiliar with Muay Buok fighters, just think Sexan all day, right in your face, right up in there, and just putting immense pressure against you. Yokiri, the knee fighter.
And that is the bell, Joe. We're about to get into round number 1 in just a moment for the third fight of this afternoon. Thank you for joining us so far. And that is the bell. We are round number 1 underway, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. In the red corner, we have Yokiri taking on Han in the blue corner. And we've got another classic southpaw against an orthodox at the moment. Both fighters look very calm in comparison to the other fights. The first round is usually downloading information, trying to see what your opponent does to set the trap. Both fighters just trying to find their range, not giving too much away, not wanting to show their hand. And then Yokiri fires a teep to the chest of Han, but just misses the target.
Very common theme here at SKS today. Jimmy, southpaw taking on orthodox fighter.
One of my most exciting moments as well, because it's a battle of the footwork as well as setting the traps. When you've got a southpaw against an orthodox, you're trying to fight for that lead leg to be on the outside so you can send that right kick or left kick, or that left hand or right hand. You want to use your power hand once your lead leg is on the outside. But a very calm first round so far, and a teep attempted by Han.
Han trying to set the pace early, redeem himself from that former loss.
And a beautiful butterfly kick attempted by Han, as we were saying it, definitely trying to redeem himself in the fashion department of kicks.
Yokiri just watching him carefully, idly, lifting that leg up, trying to feint, see where the gaps in Han's game are.
Absolutely. Yokiri sent that knee up 3 times, didn't throw anything, didn't waste any energy, but he got a read on his opponent, and that's exactly what boxing is sometimes. It's an investment of energy to try and get an edge on your opponent. Very beautifully done by Yokiri. So although punches are not being landed or kicks, there's a lot going on right now. They're timing each other, they're finding their range, they're trying to get any inch of a read. And as you saw there, Han could have landed that kick clean, but he brought it back early.
Just tapping that jab out, tap it, tap, tap. Just like the famous words of Adam Sandler, it's all in the hips.
And that's exactly what we're seeing. Both fighters just flicking that jab out, almost the powwowing method where they're just trying to edge a little bit closer without revealing themselves too early on. It's trench warfare, trying to get close to one another without giving your enemy an idea of exactly where you are. But a very interesting first round. This is definitely a chess match as we see a switch kick landed, and that is the end of round number 1. I'm curious to see how they will take that information and what they will use in the second round in just a moment.
SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy.
So here we are coming into round number 2 of our third bout of the afternoon. Han Pet Kiatpet taking on Yokiri Tien Muay Thai. Han in the blue shorts and Yokiri in the red. Round number 2 underway right now.
Okay, let's see if we see any updated information from these fighters. Are they going to utilize the reads that they got in the first round? So far, very soft start. Very common in 5-round Muay Thai. The first 2 rounds, they're almost taking some time off to get those reads on their opponent. And we will see very soon. As you can see in the bottom right corner, we do have the 4th bout scheduled very soon. But the referee is telling them right now to engage just a little bit more than they have been.
That's right. You got to pick up the pace here in Muay Thai. People want to see the action, not just diddle-daddling around. So
I mean, for the casual fan, you want to see the action. For the Muay Thai purist, you understand exactly what's going on. Of course, you're a former fighter, Joe, so you probably know exactly what they're doing. But someone just watching probably are not sure what's happening sometimes.
Beautiful kick-for-kick exchanges here just a second ago there, Jimmy. And as he said, just getting a read on their opponent. Beautiful stepping teep there from Han, skipping across the canvas, pushing against the frame of Yokiri.
Yeah, and that was just the timing that he has demonstrated early on, something that he picked up in the first round. So that sidekick was perfectly timed and perfectly landed, and he's already showing Yokiri he has power in those sidekicks. He wants to put some fear into his opponent, but Yokiri does not look fazed in the slightest as he attempts to catch that kick. Both fighters edging forward ever so slightly now, and Han feints a kick and nearly goes upstairs.
And I'm just watching the third man in the ring there, the referee starting to get a little bit frustrated with them both. I think he's going to tell them to pick up the pace any moment here, give them another warning. Oh, nice kick there from Han.
And a right hand down the middle by Yokiri, just missing the target by inches. Soon that will turn into millimeters as both fighters exchange kicks to the body of one another. Less than a minute to go of round number 2. And I assume the third round we're going to see some fireworks, Joe.
Absolutely, Jimmy. That's where we tend to see the pace pick up there in the third. Beautiful left kick there from Han Pet Kiatpet.
Both fighters now just starting to set the traps and find their range as both fighters exchange body kick after body kick. So right now, both fighters understand their range. They understand where they need to be. It's almost like a sniper setting up their shot. They take a very long time. They're very articulate, but once they've got it, that's when they push it and that's when they pull the trigger. And a nice inside left kick as we end the second round, and the referee jumps in the middle like Superman, and we will see in the third round what they will use. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and thank you to the thousands who are watching us around the globe for this Muay Thai event. All of you on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, thank you for tuning in. We are about to get into the third round of the third fight here in just a moment. It was a very slow first 2 rounds, but of course that's very common in these 5-round fights. The information is being downloaded. Let's see how they implement it in just a moment.
ยกที่
And here we are, Yokiri on the forward Muay Thai march, straight into the clinch, locking up, stabbing the knees in, trying to create that space to drive the stabbing knees, and Han Kiatpetch puts him to the ground. Very slow to get off him though.
Absolutely, but we have now started to see the action being pushed as Yokiri charges across the ring and trying to get some payback.
And he got a little bit of a warning for that hook, heel hook, which is a bit controversial here in the stadiums at the moment. So Yokiri taking on Han Kiatpetch on the forward march again. Yokiri looking to engage in that Muay Thai style
as he eats an elbow from Han right down the middle. The sweat went flying as both fighters are in the clinch and firing a beautiful knee to the body.
Great positioning there by Han. Managed to get the hands over the neck, vice grip. Beautiful work there by Han Kiatpetch.
Fighters now in the center of the ring. It's a very fast round in comparison to the first 2 as Yokiri marches towards Han as Han on the back foot pushes him away with a nice teep, and Han gets that face guard up to block the vision and the breathing of Yokiri.
Great mitigation there by the blue corner. Steps in with the elbow, fires back with a stepping knee there from Yokiri, locking up there, side control, putting the palm over there from Han Kiatpetch, pushing the head down, answering back with knees. Beautiful clinch exchange here, Jimmy.
Very nicely done, of course, by Yokiri, but Han has been very accurate with those elbows inside the clinch as well, as both fighters now in the clinch sending knee after knee. The referee looking very closely, but there are some stabbing knees by Yokiri to the solar plexus of Han.
Breaking the frame of Han. Beautiful work there by Yokiri in the red. On the forward march again, Pet Bunchu style, walk him down, try and break him with the knees, breaks the frame again, pushes against the head, follows up, wrenching the neck down, stabbing those side knees in. Great sweep there by Yokiri. On the forward march again.
Very nicely done by Han to regain his composure as well after he had an onslaught from Yokiri, and Yokiri attempts a knee. Han evades it very nicely and intelligently, but Yokiri constantly sending the knees to the chest and the stomach. That is the end of round number 3. We're going into round number 4 in just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at SKS Empire in Omnoi Stadium.
Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy.
Here we are coming into round number 4. Here are some of the replays from that last round. Beautiful clinch work there from Yokiri, marching Han down. Han definitely had his moments though. Very interesting round 3, round number 1 and 2. A bit slow to start. Got a couple of warnings from the referee about picking up the pace in round 2. Round 3, absolute fireworks. I'm a little bit biased in my excitement because I used to be a knee fighter and I love a good knee battle. So here we are, round 4. Yokiri TN Muay Thai taking on Han Pet Kiatpetch in the blue, locking up in a headlock like a school bully trying to take the tuck shop money.
And Han sends a beautiful elbow and another elbow as well. Han's elbows have been fantastic as he teeps Yokiri to the canvas. And now Yokiri charges in with the clinch and attempts some knees as well, trying to gain back some of the motion.
Little stalemate here in the clinch. Our referee brings them back to continue the Muay cow onslaught, locking up, stabs the knee in. Han returns in his own, fighting for position, trying to take the back, folds him over.
The referee's definitely got his work cut out for him in this one. Both fighters did not want to let go as a beautiful switch butterfly kick landed by Han clean to the chin as Yokiri charges forward with the knees and a left hand by Han as well.
And that's what we like to see. Left knees all day, slipping the hand through, locks up. Our referee breaks them apart again to continue this Muay cow battle.
Yokiri charging forward, but Han has been accurate with those left hand, those elbows, and I think Yokiri realizes this. Han has been absolutely dominant on that back foot so far, but the clinch by Yokiri has been fantastic as well.
Tries to take it back again from Han, back in the center ring. The crowd absolutely electrified by this 4th round here, Jimmy.
And as we saw that, Han timed a beautiful knee to the right side of Yokiri, but Yokiri has not once taken his foot off the pedal in this round. He's marching forward with an onslaught as well, going upstairs with left and right hands as again the fighters get involved in the clinch.
You could see Han trying to take the back again, but gets folded over like a picnic table. Here we are, Yokiri on the forward onslaught. Big hands there from Yokiri.
Yokiri trying to put Han away with every punch that he throws. Han very comfortable on the back foot, but Yokiri just sends beautiful lefts and rights to the chin of Han, testing his chin for sure.
Han on the beautiful back foot strategy there. Big teep sending Yokiri to the canvas.
And I think Yokiri knows that Han has been KO'd very recently and he's maybe trying to knock out Han after that knowledge, but Han is trying to prove himself as both fighters now in the clinch. Han gets a beautiful knee up there to engage the hips and prevent any damage. And that is the end of round number 4. And we already see Han charging onto the ropes, thinking he's won this already. We're going to go into round number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us.
So here we are back here at Omnoi Stadium, Kiatpetch Promotions in collaboration with SKS Empire here for the 5th and final round of Yokuri TN Muay Thai taking on Han Pet Kiatpetch. Here are some of the replays from that last round. Big elbow to stabbing knee from Han Pet Kiatpetch. Big hands followed up by Yokuri trying to take out Han, but follows back with that big right teep, sending Yokuri to the canvas.
Yeah, that teep absolutely stops any extra damage. Yokuri, very heavy with the hands. Han has been knocked out recently on Channel 7. I think Yokuri is going to go for it and give it everything he's got because Han's confidence is oozing out of him now. I think Han believes he's won it. After the 4th round, he got on the ropes like a wrestler and started cheering to the audience. So we are going to see a 5th and final round for both of these fighters. And the referee charging at him, telling him to get on. A little bit of mind games, I think, from Han. Both fighters engage in a hug. And we're about to go. That is the bell for round number 5. And we are off to another fast start. Han in the blue corner takes on Yokuri in the red corner.
Good knee across there from Han, mitigating that forward clinch action from Yokuri. Yokuri on the forward hunt, trying to lock up, I think.
Yeah, Han definitely very confident on that back foot already. He sweeps and takes Yokuri to the canvas and slams him down.
And the crowd going absolutely wild after that last dump.
And Han sends a nice heel teep to the sternum, but it does not land clean. Yokuri charging forward and he sends him to the canvas with a right hand. But Han gets straight to his feet and the ref says, let's carry on. Yokuri's heavy right hands, as we spoke about earlier, Joe, landed well.
The atmosphere absolutely electric here at Omnoi Stadium. Yokuri taking on Han. Bigger flying switch kick there from Han.
Less than 2 minutes ago of round number 5, and both fighters almost think that they've won it. I would like to see Yokuri just close the distance and attempt another big right hand once again. Han, could he send another stabbing teep down the middle? We're going to see. 1 minute 30 to go in round number 5. The crowd are going wild. What do you think about it, Herm?
Referee telling them to engage. The crowd going wild here in Samutsagon. This is what Muay Thai is all about. Continuing the action, electrifying the crowd.
Both fighters think they've won it. Let us know in the comments as Han charges across the ring with a beautiful switch kick. But Yokuri reads it well and fires a right hand of his own. We are only a minute to go in the 5th and final round. And a nice head kick lands by Han as well. Don't go anywhere, folks, because after this fight, we've still got 1 more to go. But let us know on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, who is winning this fight. What do you think so far? Both fighters just dancing out of range. Both fighters think they've got it. We're going to see very, very soon. We had a very close fight just before this one, Joe, and that ended in a draw. Both fighters thought they won it, and it was a draw. The referee tells them to engage once again. Will they listen to the referee? And that is the end of round 5 and the fight. We're going to go to the judges' scorecard in just a moment. Both fighters confident that they've won this one, Joe. I'm not sure who took that one. I like to believe Han did, but we will see.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner for the third bout of the afternoon, Yokiri TN Muay Thai. Dominant clinch work, chasing Han down in round 3-4, pushing him against the ropes, kneeing his way to victory here at Omnoi Stadium. Very dominant performance there in the clinch, breaking the posture and the frame, and those heavy hands to follow up.
And that was the teep that stopped the action, but Yokiri fired that right hand, which sent him to the canvas at the referee. Allowed him up straight away, but it was a beautiful right hand by Yokiri. But Yokiri did get the win in the end. It was a beautiful performance, and we are going into the next fight in just a moment, folks.
ของโยคีรีทีเอ็นมวยไทยนะครับก็ยังคงสถิติสวยหรูต่อไปครับชนะ8ไฟต์ติดต่อกันนะครับด้วยคะแนน49-48จากการให้คะแนนกรรมการทั้ง3ท่านครับคุณผู้ชมครับในวันพรุ่งนี้ครับททบ5กฎหมายเลข5ถ่ายทอดสดนะครับศึกมวยไทยเกียรติเพชร TKO จากสนามมวยเวทีราชดำเนินนะครับติดตามให้กำลังใจตั้งแต่เวลา 18 นาฬิกาถึง 20 นาฬิกาครับคู่เอกของรายการในวันพรุ่งนี้นะครับวินสิทธิ์เจนิ่มเจอกับสิงห์สอโชคมีชัยสำราญสิงห์สิทธิ์ฉลองศักดิ์เจอกับเงาพยัคฆ์แอดสันปะตองครับใจเพชรศูนย์กีฬาท่าเสาเจอกับกอไผ่สอยิ่งเจริญการช่างและก็เปิดหัวด้วยเพชรตาขุนสอพงษ์อมรพบกับเพชรอินศูนย์กีฬาห้วยต้มวันพรุ่งนี้ครับสดจากสนามมวยเวทีราชดำเนินครับตั้งแต่เวลา 18 นาฬิกาเป็นต้นไปถึงเวลา 20 นาฬิกา2 ชั่วโมงแห่งความมันก่อนลาจากกันไปนะครับต้องขอบพระคุณทางด้านของผู้สนับสนุนการแข่งขันแล้วก็ถ่ายทอดสดกับศึกมวยไทยเกียรติเพชร SKS ของเราขอบคุณครับกับ SKS Empire ผู้ผลิตและจำหน่ายอุปกรณ์มวยระดับโลกยาบำรุงร่างกายเก็กคูครับมีจำหน่ายตามร้านขายยาเซเว่นทั่วประเทศแล้วก็ร้านเพียวในบิ๊กซีทุกสาขาและผ้าเบรกคอมเพล็กซ์เบรกคุณภาพยอดขายอันดับหนึ่งครับวันนี้ครบถ้วนกระบวนความนะครับขอบพระคุณทุกการติดตามมากๆครับใครจะเดินทางไปเที่ยวสงกรานต์ก็ขอให้เดินทางกลับภูมิลำเนาโดยปลอดภัยทุกท่านครับวันนี้มิสเตอร์ป๋องพร้อมทีมงานลาไปก่อนสวัสดีครับ SKS Empire
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for our last bout of the afternoon. At 108 pounds, we have Hadis Saw Jitsung Chat taking on Plaipayak Tot Panari. And of course, Hadis, age 15 years of age. Both fighters actually 15 years old. Hadis standing at 167 centimeters and Plaipayak standing at 165. with a record of 70 fights to Plypayak's 50. Both fighters coming off recent losses, so they'll be looking to put on a statement here today at Omnoi Stadium.
พายพยัคฆ์น้ำเงิน
Round number 1 underway for these two youngsters, only 15 years of age. Haris in the red corner takes on Prai Payak in the blue corner, as both fighters just trying to find their range now. This is the first fight where we have two orthodox fighters, as Haris throws a nice low kick to Prayak's shin.
So both coming off recent setbacks. Plypayak taking a recent KO loss, and Haris taking a recent points loss at Lumpini Stadium. So as I said, they'll be looking to redeem themselves here at Omnoi Stadium. This is the first time both these fighters have faced each other, so it'll be interesting to see what they bring here to Omnoi Stadium.
Yeah, both fighters very young, but both very experienced. If we see both fighters in the first round, very typically they will take their time, try and find the range, try and get the trap set up. And a beautiful left corkscrew punch with a right hand followed by Haris. Just misses the clean target as Prai Payak throws a right kick downstairs. Both fighters starting to find their range early in this fight. We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds, and a snapping jab landed by Haris down the middle.
Just biding their time here, trying to download the information, as Jimmy loves to say. Returning the kick from Haris. Beautiful work there from the young 15-year-old phenom.
And he's just flicking that jab out. Payak very calm, not allowing himself to get too excitable as he attempts a nice switch with a right hand. Just misses, but this is only the first round. They're getting their timing down. Haris throwing some nice feints as well. Less than a minute to go of round number 1, scheduled for 5 here at Omnoi Stadium in Samut Sakon.
Nice left kick up the top from Haris, trying to slap it on to the guard of Prai Payak. Outside leg kick as well, puncture the tire, as they like to say in Thai.
And a nice right teep to the thigh of Prai Payak, just slightly pushing him away, but starting to turn up the tempo. Haris now trying to put the power shots together with a nice left hand and a right hand. As we said it, for a 15-year-old, he has definitely got a very good fight IQ, and of course you will have when you've had over 80 fights. End of round number 1, scheduled for 5. A beautiful first round by both of these fighters. A lot more active in comparison to the last fight's first round, and a lot of information will have been taken. We're going to see what their corners tell them and what they need to do for the upcoming rounds. But don't go anywhere. If you are with us on YouTube, Instagram or Facebook, we are here every Saturday afternoon at 2:30 Thai time. What advice do you think he's giving him here, Joe?
I'd be telling the red corner to move forward, put the pressure on Prai Payak, not allow him to sit on that back foot and fire off with his own weapons. What would you be telling him, Jimothy?
Well, I think both fighters have done a very good job, but Prai Payak looks a little bit too lackadaisical at the moment, and I think his opponent is starting to close the distance now and actually get a little bit confident. Sometimes you need to shock that confidence and throw something just a little bit different. Believe in yourself. Sometimes you don't believe that the range is there, so you do not throw the shot, and eventually it becomes too late. So I'd like to see a little bit more activity and belief in the blue corner.
พี่เลี้ยงลง
So here we are coming into the second round of our last bout of the afternoon here at Omnoi Stadium. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, Instagram and SKS Empire Facebook. Starting the action off early, Prai Payak answering with his own kicks there early in the second round.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with that second round. Prai Payak in the blue corner takes on Haris in the red corner, and a nice right hand upstairs lands by Prai Payak. He set it up with a flick jab and lands that right hand down the middle, as Haris starting to edge forward now, and I think he needs to believe in his range, as we said before. Prai Payak now just starting to flick that jab out a little bit more, looking like he's loading up that right kick that he likes to throw. Haddis edging forward ever so slightly, closing the distance with the jab.
Pripak looks like he's setting up for a right elbow as he parries those hands down anytime the Haddis' punches come through. Nice outside leg kick there from Pripak, trying to return the favour a bit from Haddis.
A nice four-piece combination by Pripak. Left hand upstairs, right hand downstairs, and a left with a right kick to finish. Haddis has got to be very careful not to reset too slowly because Pripak is very quick.
That's right. Down to the body, locks up in the clinch with that vice grip, digs the head underneath Haddis' chin, breaks them apart, straight back into center ring now.
The fighters still trying to find their range as an elbow attempted by Pripak and Haddis at the same time. Both of them reading each other beautifully, but just missing the target. Pripak sends a right hand that just goes over the head of Haddis.
Haddis looks down, goes over the top. Nice little tricky strategy there from the man in red. Locked up into the clinch now, pushing his hips against Pripak. Back into center ring.
Both fighters again just very calm as we see a left hook followed by a right lands by Pripak as Haddis fires one of his own, but Pripak inside the clinch throws an upwards elbow as they get involved in the clinch as the referee breaks him, taking him into center ring. Less than 40 seconds to go of round number 2, scheduled for 5.
Here we are back in center ring, just trying to measure that distance. Big a looping hook follows up with the right hand from Haddis in the red. Pripak just waiting, follows up with his own big overhand right.
Very nicely done. He threw a check left kick to the leg and then fires a right hand down the middle. And that is the end of round number 2. We are scheduled for 5, and this is the final fight for the SKS Empire of the afternoon. Thank you for joining us, of course, on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We are going into a third round in just a moment, and as you can see, is now getting his advice from two people who look the exact same age as him.
And you can see the red corner going to work on his legs after some of those ferocious outside leg kicks coming from Pripak. A lot of ice in the corner of Pripak as well. We'll just be back into center ring in just a moment to continue the action here at SKS Empire in collaboration with Kiatpetch Promotions. You can see the red corner just getting a bit of instruction there. Go high, go low, throw out the jab, use your strategy.
And he tapped to his temple. I like to believe he's saying use that ring IQ. And we can see for two 15-year-olds, Haddis' ring IQ has been absolutely fantastic already. So I like to believe his coach is telling him to believe in that IQ as well and just go with it. If you see the opening, you've got to strike, you've got to take it. We're about to get into round number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here. Haddis in the red corner takes on Pripak in the blue corner as both fighters already in the clinch. Neither fighter wanted to engage with the knee, just a battle of control. And a nice elbow attempted by Pripak with a right hand upstairs, followed by a left kick downstairs. The evasion as well by Pripak was beautiful.
Nice employment of the long guard to get into the clinch there from Haddis, locking up the neck, trying to wrench it down, pushing his head against Pripak's chin, just making it uncomfortable for him.
Referee breaks him up. We go back to center ring as Pripak just confidently again on that back foot as Haddis marches forward and fires a left elbow upstairs, but a right hand return by Pripak as they both exchange in the clinch, trying to get control of one another, but both fighters landing clean knees.
Back into the center of the ring, continue the action here at SKS, collaboration with Kiatpetch Promotions. Knee for knee at this point, back into the pocket, Jimmy.
And the referee again breaks him up, brings him to the center. Haddis just looking more determined now to get that right hand and right kick down the middle. But Pripak just throws a nice teep to the body. And a left kick attempted, but the evasion countered by the elbow.
Follows up with that short elbow. Beautiful work there by Priapayak, fighting for position here in the clinch.
Again, the referee's constantly bringing him into that middle, and you can see Priapayak trying to step to the left, trying to set up that right kick, but Haddis jumps on the back and just gets off. Less than a minute to go of round number 3.
And you can see Haddis really trying to go for the back as he ducks under those forward movements from Priapayak, then trying to mitigate it, take the body and take the back. Here we are back in center ring.
Haddis goes into a southpaw stance, maybe trying to mix things up as he eats a left kick by Priapayak. Priapayak teeps him away as well. Is this southpaw stance going to do anything for him? We're going to see. I like to see a switch hitter as both fighters get involved with the clinch. And nicely done by Priapayak to use the forearm to get some distance, but also block the vision and breathing of his opponent. Not long to go now in this round. And a very nice left kick and a right kick landed. And a looping right hand lands for the blue corners. He goes downstairs and upstairs as well. And that is the end of the round. We're going to go into another one in just a moment, folks. Thank you for joining us for this final fight of the afternoon.
So here we'll just see the cornermen go to work on their fighters. Here are some of the action replays from that last round. That beautiful punch combination followed up by the short elbow of Haddis. Entering the matrix there from Priapayak. Follow up with the short elbow. Works the body. Goes up top. Beautiful time teep.
And again, we're in the red corner and they're looking determined. They're giving him the final fight strategies. And we can see it side by side here. I mean, the red corner looks very, very aggressive and a little bit more aggro and hyper. Priapayak looking cool as a cucumber in that corner. So we're definitely seeing a big difference. The way Priapayak fights is very much like a cucumber, just very much stands up straight, very much on the back foot and stays nice and cool. But of course, his opponent, Haddis, just wants to close that distance and send up some nice right kicks. Final moments before they go to battle. That is the bell. Seconds are about to get out the ring. We're about to engage in the next round. Referee giving some final instructions.
Let us know who you've got, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure you watch us every Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Thai time, right here in the heart of Samutsakhon, Omnoi Stadium.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the 4th round. Priapayak in the blue corner takes on Haddis in the red corner as we've got a very fast start already. Both fighters in the clinch with a nice knee guard by both of the fighters, reading each other's tactics very nicely as Haddis dipping to the left, looking for that right hand upstairs. And he goes into the orthodox stance.
Nice long kick there from Priapayak just a moment ago. Beautiful kick exchanges here in center ring. Locking up straight into the clinch, applying that vice grip, not allowing Haddis to breathe.
One more time in the center of the ring. How are they going to operate in this very evenly matched fight? The comments are coming in. Thank you for watching us, everybody. And a right kick and a left elbow lands by Priapayak. A jumping elbow by Haddis as well as both fighters exchange themselves once more in the clinch. The referee telling him to break. He brings him into the center once again.
Priapayak just looking to offload that right kick. Kick for kick. Haddis giving his own now. There we are again, trying to get back into the clinch.
Evasion by Haddis as he just dodges that kick. And Priapayak sending kicks from body to leg to the head. He's sending them from all angles, Joe. And Haddis sends a nice left kick to the body of Priapayak. Priapayak comes alive with another big combination as he attempts a sweep on Haddis, but Haddis wise to the move.
And this is what Muay Thai is all about, Jimmy. This is the action we like to see here at Omnoi Stadium.
And he charges in with a blitz. Haddis blitzes his opponent and throws a right kick to the body. Priapayak stays very cool and calm and collected as he attempts a right kick, but he eats an elbow from Haddis.
Back in center ring now, trying to control the center, but Haddis on the back foot. Nice cross block there, straight into the clinch, looping around, turns him, knees. Beautiful nullification there from Haddis.
Referee pries them apart, needing a crowbar. Both fighters did not want to let go as Payak now marches forward. Haddis on the back foot, looking very alert. Less than 20 seconds to go of this round as he throws another blitz. But Haddis very aware, very smart, good ring generalship just to evade the damage of Haddis. Payak now marching forward, and that is the end of round number 4. We're going into round number 5 in just a moment, folks. Thank you for joining us here. We got some action replays for you.
Beautiful push off from Haddis there, follows up with a kick. Some little hand flurries there from Payak. Misses the kick, follows up with a double elbow. Thudding elbow from Payak. Some huge clinch exchanges there as well, but Payak really putting Haddis on the back foot, but I think that's where Haddis was more comfortable, in my opinion. What did you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it looks like both fighters are very comfortable in there. Although they're very young, they're very aware of their surroundings. I mean, I like that the difference is the corners right now. You can see the huge difference in the way the instructions are being given in the red corner in comparison to the blue corner. So let's see in this 5th and final round. I mean, I think it's been quite even so far, but again, I would like to hear what other people think. Who do you think's winning on this one? I'm not sure. I think it's almost even, but that is the bell. They're about to go to war in just a moment, Joe.
And we have already seen a draw today, so could we see another one? Interesting to think about.
The fighters now hugging and engaging, but they are about to go to war, and they are all business at this stage. Round number 5, 5th and final round. Payak in the blue corner takes on Haddis in the red corner. Payak, very fast start with the nice body kicks, landed downstairs and up. And he gets Haddis into the corner as he throws a flick jab with a right to the body and a right hand upstairs as well, as both fighters get involved in the clinch in the corner.
Good returns there from Haddis. Even though Payak is putting on the forward pressure, Haddis is doing a good job of sitting on that back foot and just returning the favours.
Payak with some nice switch kicking, gun left and right kicks downstairs,
but not
Haddis smiles at him.
But not quite landing because Haddis's defence is just so tight.
Absolutely, and he eats a right hand upstairs as we said that. Haddis takes a clean shot by Payak, but Haddis does not look phased at all. Payak now dancing on the back foot. Do both fighters think they've got it? This has been a very similar sight from the other fights today, Joe. 3 fights have ended in this situation. Both fighters thinking they've got it. Does Payak feel like his back foot fighting has won this one for him? Haddis marching forward. Haddis doing the Muhammad Ali shuffle as he jumps up with a right kick as well. Almost trying to trick his opponent like a Venus flytrap. He looked like he wasn't interested and then went for it. Both fighters again in the center of the ring just dancing for one another. Both young fighters probably got many fights scheduled, but both fighters want to go for it, giving the audience something to cheer about. Less than a minute to go of round number 5.
Still dancing. Moments to go. Less than a minute to go in this 5th and final round.
Who's going to take it? Do let us know in the comments below, because I think it's been quite even. However, I do think the blue corner has just started to edge this one. But again, we're never sure. We're just 2 people who speak on a microphone and watch and say what we see.
That's right, Jimmy. I like to talk about fights. I don't like to fight anymore.
I don't like fighting too, Joe. And both fighters are being very respectful of one another. And that is the bell. And that is the final bell of this afternoon. And that is the last you'll hear of me and Joe for now until next week.
So in just a moment, we'll go and see the official judge's decision from the referee as he collects the scorecards. Be interesting to see who takes this away. Could it be a draw? Could it go to red? Could it go to blue? In seconds we will know. And it goes to a red. Haddis in the red corner with his back foot fighting. Beautiful work from the young 15-year-old Haddis. There you are, ladies and gentlemen, your winner for the last bout of the afternoon here at Omnoi Stadium. SKS Empire in collaboration with Kiatpetch Promotions. Make sure you tune in every Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Thai time. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. My name is Jimmy Byrne. I've been joined by the great Joe Comerford. Thank you very much.
SKS Sport Combat Strategy. SKS Sport Combat Strategy.
SKS Empire